What good are these rules that the humans insist on sticking to? They restrict themselves from winning, and it has given us time. We know them now. We understand their weapons, their tools, even their thinking. We can crush them, and the abominations that aid them. Let us show them war. The hive has rebuilt. The legions are drawing up from their worlds. The fleets are marshalling. We must push them back, and strike them where they will feel it. Roaches, huh? Lots of the damn buggers. Ricardo, swap to load 5 in the heavies. Commander's rescinded all restrictions, so, do your thing. The words fade softly, a lingering groan escaping from behind the faceless helmet, as another human sprints away, cackling, straight toward the waiting pile of supplies. Below them, blissfully unaware, milled the millions of drones. The soldiers of the hive, bred for a singular purpose, the destruction of the Conclave's enemies. Hey, Sarge? Muspelheim or Helheim? The quiet but excited tone over the radio drags a series of soft sighs from the rest of the unit. They're bugs. Muspelheim, obviously. Get it together, kid. The snap reply is followed by a full minute of silence, before the faint rumble of drive cores powering up begins to fill the air. Any time now. A chorus of faint thumps heralds a new level of horror as streaks are drawn across the sky, the milling horrors below all freezing, turning the rise upwards, before their world was reduced to fire and choking smoke, as the swirling flames devour the oxygen and methane-rich air, and use their husks as fuel. The 7 humans watch the firestorm below, the flames flickering off of impassive helmets, orange and red playing across black and silver armor. Ricardo, how long would you need to make more of those? Command is going to want as many of those as they can get. Those, Sarge? I already have another volley ready. With some proper, pure phosphorus, I could make you a flame that would burn in the cold of the void itself. A momentary pause before a soft breath. I'm glad you didn't ask for Helheim. I don't mind burning the bugs or shooting them, but, well, they are still thinking beings, and nothing deserves to go out that way. That's why, when the flames died down, we are going down there to make sure they all died, and to rig up a few presents in those shuttles. Oh, and bring the Helheim shells. It's time to show you they laid a trap in the old days. The hive mind watched in concern as the shuttles approached the waiting Kroby ships. It had noticed something below, but with the diminished awareness, it could not be as pervasive as it once had been. But now, it gazed through the eyes of the waiting dockhands, staring at the wave of approaching shuttles, and wondered what had changed. Millions of its warriors were ready. Billions scattered across 100 systems, all embarking just like this, aboard hundreds of mass conveyors, the pride of the Kroby fleets. As the first ship docked, the great intelligence realized the mistake it had made. There were none of its eyes or hands aboard the ship, aboard any of them. It couldn't convey this message before the doors opened and the pale mist poured from within, billowing in thick clouds to flood the massive vessel. It had only seconds to comprehend the second mistake it had made, before the screams began. The small human vessel passed the great hulking forms of the mass conveyors, sitting still and idle in their slowly decaying orbits. Nothing moved aboard them. No course adjustments were made, as the small vessel passed between the hulking ghost ships. I don't know, Sarge. This might almost be worse than seeing what it does. I don't know if I should have doctored it like I did. Did it work? Because those ships could have caused a lot of problems. The big ones can just take a beating like nothing else. And remember, all these slaving fucks will know is that every member of the fleet died horribly, and that fear and uncertainty will give us just one more opening to strike. If you say so, Sarge. I'm gonna need to see the dock after this. Yeah, we all are. You always do after this kind of mission. The mist! It crept through the halls of the ship like a beast. I watched the Kelga Marines. They stepped into it and they simply melted. They fell apart before my eyes. It was all I could do to seal the archive. I could hear the screams for hours. I don't know how long I was alone in there. Core Realm survivor of the great vault ship Glimmer, reporting to the Conclave.